What's up, TikTok? So you want to import your classic truck from Mexico? Well, let me tell you how. Step one is paperwork. You're going to get an identity form, an entry summary once you get to the border, an EPA declaration form. This truck's older than 25 years, so that wasn't a big deal. And I didn't get a title, but I did get a bill of sale, and this actually made it a dilemma, but I'll talk about that later. Here is what I imported from Mexico, which is my 1979 Ford B100 carryall. My import story is not going to be the same as it might be for you, because I actually lucked out in quite a few situations. The first lucky situation was once I got to the border. I'm not going to disclose which port of entry, but once I got close enough to that port of entry, they let me just cross with no questions asked. They were just assuming that I was crossing over and coming back just like everybody else does in the area. If you're bringing your classic truck on the back of a trailer, that scenario may not apply to you, because they're going to ask you import questions right off the bat. But let's say you do manage to sneak across and get your truck over here without any paperwork like I did. I hit up AZ Euros over there out of Arizona, and I actually paid them a couple $100s to help me get my tax stamp, my EPA paperwork, and my declaration all set up for my B100. Honestly, the money I spent with AZ Euros was super well spent, because I never even had to take the car in for a visual or anything. They just told me to sign some electric documents. I got my tax paperwork, and I headed to the DMV here in New Mexico. Going from a Mexican license plate to finally getting its US citizenship was quite an ordeal, but I'll talk about my New Mexico DMV adventures in part 2.